There's a story in the Bible about how the governor of the city called all the people of the town together in a mass meeting, and he said that you might remember this from the scriptures, and he said that according to your traditions, I can allow one person to go free each year, and so today I will release one prisoner to you. And so we have today on the left, I have Barabbas, who is a known criminal and has been a criminal all his life. And on the other hand, I have a man named Jesus who is bringing the truth and the light to the world. So which one do you want? And the scripture says that with one voice, everyone with one voice said, give us Barabbas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, symbolically, as a metaphor, that's mind-boggling,
Mm-hmm.
because that's precisely what happens in the world.
Right.
When the people of this world are confronted with a decent person who is doing something of intrinsic value to help the human race, to try and alert people, or you've got a criminal that everybody knows
Mm-hmm.
is as foul a criminal as ever been, they will always support that one. They will
Mm-hmm.
never support anyone who is doing something of legitimate spiritual and human value. Never. It never has happened. It's not happening now. It's in the scriptures. It's ancient idea. The world of mankind says, give us Barabbas. In
Mm-hmm.
other words, in any city, in any town, in any country, in any family, and anywhere there are people gathered, the group is going to say, the group think is, we don't want to hear the truth.
Mm-hmm.
We want to hear what we want to hear. And
Mm-hmm.
that is another point that needs to be made. And I've said this before, but I think it bears witness again to now, is that people will always support what they want. They will not support what they don't want. I mean, you're not going to, I mean, if you love country music, you're not going to pay $100 to an acid rock concert.
Mm-hmm.
And if you love opera, you're not going to pay money for a rock and roll concert. You're not going to go and eat at a restaurant you don't like. You're not going to go to a movie you can't stand. So if you're going to listen to music, you want to listen to what you want to listen to, not what other people like. And so the one thing that history has taught us, if anything, is that generally speaking, not everyone, but generally speaking, the masses of the people of the world, the one thing they don't want and they're not interested in supporting is truth. They're not interested in the truth. They're interested in what they want to hear. This is why you have so many people being conned, like in classic example in your face is Christian television, where it's it's just amazing to watch how people buy into something that even an 8-year-old with a normal mind will see as ludicrous on the face of it.
Mm-hmm.
But grown adult humans just love it. They pay lots of money so that these charlatans and liars and performers can, buy their $40 million jets and fly around the world and live in enormous mansions. And where are they getting that kind of money? Simple. They just tell the people what they want to hear. They tell everybody the Lord loves you, and Jesus is coming back to save you, and the world is just wonderful. Of course, it's wonderful when you got a $40 million jet, a 15-room home.
Right.
And it's wonderful for you.
you gotta start thinking now. You gotta. I know it's hard, but changing
Well,
a belief
yeah, it's not
system
only
is
hard, but
hard.
it's going to be deadly, because now it's going to be deadly if you start thinking too much.
Right, right. It'll
Because the
be against
Christian
the
church,
law to do
yeah,
anything against what they preach and what they
that's
want to
right.
do.
It's against the law. You'll go to prison if you don't buy into it now. And
So,
so I think the biggest, most disgusting of all of it is the Christian religion, the Christian church, not the religion, but the
hmm
Christian church,
hmm
because the church has gone along with everything.
right,
They go along with anything Caesar wants, so that even today in Christianity, you cannot be a minister in Christianity unless you get a degree
right,
from a university, and it has
right,
to be accredited.
right,
The word accredited means, well, you got to give us credit. Yeah, it's accredited. So Billy Graham University and all of these seminaries are accredited, which means that they have been looked at by the civil authorities. They've been
hmm
looked at by Caesar. Tiberius Caesar of Rome has looked at your religious organization, and he sees that you have learned what to kiss and when, and he is now assured by the Internal Revenue that you will not be saying anything in that church that will disturb the Caesar and his government, and so he will give you permission to now have your church. So you have to get a degree from the university in order to be a minister. And you think, well, what did the 12 apostles have a degree? Did Jesus get a degree from the University of Jerusalem so he could be a teacher?
no, they had on the job training.
And so
They,
I look at all of
yeah,
this nonsense and the degrees and the Christian, and even Christian universities are called seminaries. Look at the word seminary. Go back to a dictionary, get an etymology dictionary, look up the word seminary. Christians go to a seminary. It comes from the word semen. It comes from sex.
right,
That's where it comes from. Seminary,
right,
seminary. Seminal, meaning the human male fluid that impregnates the woman. Seminary. That's why you have so much child porn and all kinds of stuff going on, sex with boys in the church. It's seminary. The whole thing is sex. Uh, I don't know. It's just an incredible. Well, I mean, it's not
yeah,
just Christians. The Jewish religion is crammed filled with pornography and
yeah,
sex. And Islam, we don't even have to bring that up. Even
right,
imbeciles know that thing is filled with pornography and renting children. You can rent little girls, rent little boys.
right.
And all over the Islamic world, it's well established in the Islamic Muslim world that boys are just as good of a case as the girls.
Right,
But you don't have to marry the boys. You can just rape them.
right, right.